Sports Talk Bears, like and subscribe. Look, the Chicago Bears, they made a move that might be exactly what we need. The Bears added yet another playmaker to this offensive line on Monday when they signed former Tennessee Volunteers guard Jerome Carvin. Carvin, he was released in an injury settlement to start the year by Kansas City, and this was after landing on IR in his first camp. It was his rookie camp. So, why am I calling this player to your attention? It's because he's a very rare prospect. His versatility, it's unmatched. This isn't just your normal practice squad signing. He was not an insignificant player in college, although he went to Kansas City as an undrafted free agent. Allow me to tell you why this might be a big deal. He played in 59 games with Tennessee with 42 starts for a very good Volunteers team. He's 6'5", the 321 pounder. He was a teammate of rookie Darnell Wright, a familiar face, which is good. And depth, it's definitely needed at guard on our line. The meat of who he is as a player comes from this story on profootballnetwork.com. Fantastic profile on him. They presented him this way. After 5 years and 60 games across the interior offensive line, Tennessee's Jerome Carvin is one of the most versatile prospects in the whole 23 NFL draft. What's interesting is that it says across the offensive line. This is interesting. Let's keep going. This is, once again, one of the most experienced and versatile prospects to come out of the 2023 NFL draft. We just signed him on our team for next to nothing at zero risk. He might just be a huge asset, and this is why. In those 60 starts across 5 years, 21 starts at left guard, 17 starts at right guard, and 5 starts at center. Okay, sounds promising, right? The problem is he got hurt before his rookie season even started, and the Chiefs, they were unable to find out for sure what they had in Carvin. All we can do is go back to what the word was on him in Chiefs camp his first year. And this is a great story on heavy.com. Carvin, he was getting some hype when he arrived in Kansas City. This is from the media and coaching staff. Really pumped about Carvin joining KC. Great depth there and long-term starting potential. They recognized he was a project, but they were very high on him. Nick Jacobs, he continued with this. Carvin is always willing to help in run blocking and pass pro. He's always looking for work. He has a size and anchor to keep opponents in check at the line of scrimmage. He has great lateral quickness for his size and is able to get his hips around if needed on a reach block. Those are glowing reviews, but there's actually more to it than this. Let me get out of that story. There you are. On top of his versatility, coming into the combine and out of the combine, his main strength coming out of the combine was the fact that he's outstanding in the screen and RPO game, both because of his instincts to deceive defenders and his mobility to get out in front and land blocks. You guys know our quarterback, right? With Justin Fields constantly moving in the pocket and being so mobile, Carvin could be a great fit on our team. And say what you will about Getsy, I get it. But a portion of the problem in running our offense is that many players on our line, they're not even suited to provide the proper protection that Carvin is strong in. They're not able to pull. They're not able to move with our quarterback and provide him protection and hold the blocks. This is the main attribute that leads me to believe he may be more than just a practice squad warm body type guy. He may be a great depth piece with the versatility to play every position and maybe eventually start. Carvin in an interview shared how this happened, how he ended up playing all these roles at Tennessee. On top of the starts at both guards positions and at center, he was unbelievably moving across positions in game. This is something a bit different. This is not a common thing to actually move through several positions on the offensive line for a really good team during the game. Let's hear from Carvin. Some games I was at right guard and went to center. Some games I was at left guard and went to center. Just being able to be available for my team whenever my name was called. That was my biggest thing. Just make sure I was ready and prepared for whatever they asked me to do. That's how I got my versatility. Sounds like he has a great attitude. It's just a great interview. Check that interview out on profootballnetwork.com. I always give credit where it's due. Let's dig into the article further. There's definitely some challenges for sure. Carvin begins to break down the technical nuances required to seemingly effortlessly switch across the interior. You've got to kind of flip it in your mind, and that's possibly the least bad bit about it. Carvin says it's muscle memory. You can be so set on playing right guard, then you've got to flip everything to the left, and that's it's so tough. Then going inside to center, making adjustments, making the calls, telling guys what they've got to do, owning the offensive line. We all know that's what the center does. You're the quarterback of the offensive line when you're at center. Being confident too, that's a huge thing for versatility. So I'm not sure what happened here. He went undrafted before signing with Kansas City, as I said, but this may be a project signing initially. But he's got some characteristics that could make him an important piece moving forward. Let's view it as important as well because, well, our GM, Ryan Poles, he knows offensive linemen, and I think he did this for a purpose. I think this is a projected player to give us depth for next year. I think we're going to keep him. I want to take a second and explain too what an injury settlement actually means. It's not what we think. I learned something new here. Anytime I learn something new, I want to share it with you. And so this is from Over the Cap. Contrary to what some believe, a settlement is not a negotiation of price. An injury settlement is not what we think. It's really a negotiation of weeks. So when a minor injury occurs, a determination it's made for weeks that a player will miss due to the injury. They calculate that and they negotiate it. The options would be to hold the player until he's healthy enough to be released, or to have the two sides agree right away as to the amount of weeks that the injury should keep the player sidelines. So in other words, the Chiefs' IR designation, it ended up being Carvin's whole 2023 campaign. But the rookie, he likely believed he'd be able to play again this season, so he negotiated. The Chiefs then simply paid him as if he was on the roster for the agreed upon weeks. So with Carvin, he was then not allowed, per the rules, to return to the Chiefs until the length of the settlement passed, plus 6 weeks. So here's what I think happened here. His negotiated injury time span was over. Kansas City, they were hoping to stash him away and keep him. But during that 6-week waiting period after, he wants to play. So we're able to kind of poach him and sign him while he was in this limbo. I think it's a great move. There's zero risk. And to close, I just love this guy's attitude. He says football is football at the end of the day. Playing left or right, whatever it is, you're an interior offensive lineman. After that, you just got to play ball. He's not concerned about what position he's playing. He's not concerned if he's left guard, right guard, or center. He just wants to play ball, and I absolutely love that. I hope this turns out to be a huge acquisition. I just wanted to let you guys know. So let me know what you guys think. Write a comment, like, and subscribe. As always, I love interacting with you, and bear down. I hope this signing is a good one. See ya.